And there's another lawsuit now to tell you about over this seating screw-up. Trey Branham is a Dallas attorney representing, well, two named Green Bay Packer fans and several others who are caught up in this mess. Trey, first, thanks for coming in tonight.
Thanks for having me.
All right, quickly, what happened to your people and what are you looking for?
The lead plaintiffs in our case came down from Green Bay, stood in line for an awful long time, got to the seats they were supposed to have, didn't have them, got shuffled all around the stadium, ended up in the Miller Lite Club in the basement of the stadium watching the game on a monitor.
So they spent a lot of money to come down and didn't even get to see the field. I'm going to read some of the legalese here, and you explain this to me, because I don't see how it really fits based on what we've seen of the reporting. You say the concealment of the cruel truth from your clients, which was that the ticket holders had been sold tickets for seats that did not exist at the time and that were never to be had. Is that absolutely true? Because it seems from what we are hearing, even though these guys are blaming each other, they did intend right up into the very last minutes to have these seats in place, didn't they? Or are you saying they never intended to have the seats in place?
Well, here's what we know. What we know is that the seats for which there were tickets sold at the time they sold those tickets didn't exist. And the Cowboys knew at least 16 days or at least a week and a half before the football game was to take place that these seats weren't going to be ready. And allowing these people to come down from Green Bay and Pittsburgh and elsewhere around the country to seats they knew weren't going to be ready, that's the problem here.
Does it help your case the NFL's kind of already offering something? Does it help you move it along?
Yeah, I think that what it shows is that they've already acknowledged that they have responsibility. The Cowboys have said they have responsibility. The NFL has said they have responsibility. And so now everybody's just simply trying to figure out what that responsibility amounts to.
How about now that it doesn't look like everybody's so cozy anymore? A lot of people blaming each other. How does that shake out as it relates to your case?
Well, I think that's really between the NFL and the Cowboys and the contractor. At the end of the day, my clients are the ones who didn't get what they paid for, and whoever's at fault, it's certainly not my clients, and they're the ones who need to be taken care of.
Have you talked to Jerry Jones?
No, I've not.
You live here, so you watch TV. You know how high-profile Jerry Jones is. Does it surprise you? I mean, usually he would be reveling in success. You know how that works. Does it surprise you he's been so, I guess, unavailable? Well, what I think is important is that he's acknowledged that the Cowboys have some responsibility here, and we're really hoping that we'll be able to sit down and resolve this to everybody's satisfaction. Dollar figure, have you put a dollar figure on what this might add up to? No, I think what you have to look at is what people are out of pocket. It's not just the value, the face value of the tickets. You know, I have clients who spent $4,000 on a ticket. I have people who spent a lot of money on airfare to come down from Green Bay or Pittsburgh, hotels, meals, and then there's the lost experience itself, which is obviously worth something. So I guess at root here, the NFL is saying we'll give you 3 times the ticket, or else we'll fly you to next year's Super Bowl, wherever it is, put you up, take care of you. You say that's still not going to be enough. Well, I liken it to the UT game out at the Rose Bowl a couple of years ago. Okay. If you had gone to the Rose Bowl game, not had a seat, and somebody told you, well, you can go see Ohio State and Southern Cal play next year. It's not the same experience. And you wanted to make clear, these aren't loaded folks who throw money around like crazy. These are salt of the earth kind of people who had to save up to do this, right? The lead plaintiff is an auto mechanic. I talked to a gentleman who used his leave coming home from Afghanistan to come to this game. These are working class folks looking for a once-in-a-lifetime experience who didn't get what they were looking for. All right, well, it sounds like the NFL and the Cowboys and Jerry Jones want to get this thing settled. It might just take a little time. Trey Branham, Dallas attorney, thanks for coming down.
Thanks for having me.